Hello, welcome back to Brand Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I will be doing an improvisation with sverchok notes, and I will just create some kind of a regular pattern, kind of like a wiring of things. So let's start with a plane, and I will use a diamond mesh. And if I use the control click, I get this viewer draw. I can use viewer draw, but even this is not so clear. I will be using bmesh viewer, but I will enable the wireframe so we can see the wires. So show edges here. Okay, now we can go to top view, file, save as, improv, topo. So okay, so simple plain grid with a diamond mesh will give you kind of like X pattern. Okay, so what could make this a little bit more interesting? You can use dual mesh right away, but maybe poke. We can use poke face beforehand. So poke will give you this pattern. Okay, let's center this out. So at this point we can try dual mesh. And oftentimes we just connect things. Okay, this one is missed from this, doesn't have edges, so we just need to unplug this. So we get this kind of tiling, which is actually kind of nice if you duplicate it. And here, if you go to face selection, select this face and then select similar face region or similar polygon sides, you can select that and then delete with only faces. So you can have that kind of pattern. So with that in mind, so we can actually, with just these simple nodes, we can simply play around. Let's try cylinder. So we can have that right away. This is also kind of nice. We can get rid of the cap. So again, we have this pattern. Let me think of something that I might miss. I was actually expecting the tiling to be slightly different than this. Maybe I forgot something, so let me have a look what I have before. So diamond, poke, and dual mesh. So I have this setup where I'm using diamond, poke, and dual mesh, and here I'm using subdivide and another dual mesh. Okay, so that might be something that we can try. So after this, we can use this subdivide to quad. So we have this pattern, new pattern tiling, and we can have another dual mesh. So you can continue actually play around with this kind of experiment. So we have this pattern, which is again slightly more interesting. And if you select the face, select similar face region, oh actually it's interesting, select similar polygon sides, you can delete faces. Now you have this, and you can solidify. You can actually perform this using sverchok as well. Sverchok have select similar. However, it's slightly strange. You can select by sides, but then you need to have the correct selections to get the output. For now, we're just gonna use the manual selection. So this is what we're gonna get. Which is not too bad, actually. I'm gonna keep this one. So again, you can start with a plane, you can start with cylinder, dimesh, sphere. Let's try sphere. Just plug in sphere. So right away we get this pattern. Yeah, you can keep this as well. Icosphere is a strange one. Icosphere, with icosphere you probably don't need diamond mesh. Doesn't make much difference. But this also gives you quite a nice design. In fact, if you can select the big face, maybe you can extrude it and continue on with that. So that's kind of nice. It creates this unusual topology as well. Let's try chest selections. We have a lot of nodes already, and okay, this one is masking the face, but let's try it. Let's mask out. So face data going in, face data going out, and we want to mask it. Sometimes you see there's nothing happens until you change the level. This one is not bad, but a lot of holes, because this is like chest selections. Many people don't like it. I mean, because it just creates this really weird topology. But maybe we can do something with it. I wonder if we use another dual mesh. Yeah, I don't think it's like it. You can select the opposite, which is kind of interesting. See, if you use like solidify and then just increase the thickness, at this point you'll think, okay, the topology is really messed out. But if you use remesh and with the right value, it's kind of looking interesting too. This is like originally it was like really bad topology wise, right? But this is actually becoming kind of okay. Probably you need to remove doubles, etc. But you get the idea. So once you have this, apply, and you just decimate it. You have very strange looking 3D objects. Triangulate on. So yeah, I guess try and experiment with this. With the sverchok, there's a lot of modifiers here that I didn't play around with. In fact, maybe I forgot something. Maybe you can use remove double or merge by distance, and then plug in like noise just to mask it out, just to generate more random patterns. So we are really dealing with with mesh topology. And usually the trick, I mean, if you have triangles and you turn it into dual mesh, normally it's gonna get, you're gonna get more interesting look. Kind of similar if you're using a tissue add-on and just convert it to dual mesh. Tissue add-on is actually interesting. Like if you're, whenever you want to get a nice or unusual topology of a mesh, you can use something like tissue tools or like a adaptive. And whenever you have pattern like this, you can continue add more details to the mesh, replacing every face with another weird topology. So it's like a never-ending stuff. You're gonna get more and more details, however. So this is almost like using displacement or texture, and you're gonna get more and more details as you continue. But just an idea for you to try. Something that I haven't tried is, because I'm using sverchok a lot, I haven't used Sorcar. If I use Sorcar on top of this, maybe we can have something that's a little bit more interesting as well. And don't forget that you can always go to edit mode and maybe select face and then select similar area, and then you can adjust this and try get the pattern that you like. And you can kind of get rid of some of the face. That's also gonna create unusual look. Okay, so yeah, that's basically my improvisation for today. Maybe you can do a little bit more, but thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.